Hello, welcome to Thursday. This is our second last devotion in this Advent series leading up to Christmas, and we're still dealing with the wise men. Joel, yesterday we were introduced to the wise men who travelled from the east. They had come to, where did they come to? Jerusalem,
yes.
Because they were expecting
Where's
the
the
king and they wanted to worship the king. And today we'll see how they intended to worship. Of course, worship has to do with humbling yourself in the presence of a king, etc. But they brought something with them. And so let's have a look at the account and then we'll discuss it. So we're looking at Matthew.
Matthew chapter 2,
Yep.
verses 9 to 12.
Okay, let's hear it.
After they had heard the king, they went on their way, and the star they had seen, when it rose, went ahead of them,
Yep.
until it stopped over the place where the child was. When they saw the star, they were overjoyed. On coming to the house, they saw the child with his mother Mary, and they bowed down and worshipped him. Then they opened their gifts of the treasures and presented him with gifts of gold, frankincense, and myrrh.
Yep.
And having been warned in a dream not to go back to Herod, they returned to their country by another route.
So they brought gifts. So this whole tradition, if you like, of Christmas and gifts, this is sort of the origin of it, right?
Yeah.
Well, we've got gifts on the
Got some
altar
gifts here,
today.
yeah.
As you can see, lovely gifts that I'm looking forward to opening on Christmas Eve. These gifts had a special significance, Joel. Gold, frankincense, and myrrh. They were symbols, right?
Yes.
They were symbols of authority, symbols of kingship. They weren't your everyday average gift, like they weren't socks.
No.
And they weren't a golf ball, right? This is what you'd expect to get. These were gifts that were fit for a king. And so the gifts were brought to Jesus and his family. Some people would say, apart from the gold, the frankincense and myrrh not particularly practical for a poor family. And that sort of juxtaposition of these luxury goods that were brought to the humility of the Holy Family really strikes a chord in us that this is what we see them being a humble family, poor family. The reality is Jesus is the king of the universe and everything is given to him.
I wonder what the wise men were thinking when they rocked up. They're going,
Hey?
This is the house. This is the child, your Lord.
Yeah.
Like, were they expecting like a grown person who would be wealthy, who would be I don't know, but that's just, I guess, what goes through my mind.
Well, it would have been a shock to them for sure. They would not be expecting how they found Jesus in that situation. They certainly wouldn't have been. But the whole idea of giving gifts is important. Christmas is about giving gifts. I mean, it's an important part of Christmas. And apart from the idea that when we bring gifts to honour Jesus, we give gifts to each other to honour each other. I give you a gift at Christmas time because I am grateful for God bringing you into my life. Same thing with the people around me. It's a sign of my thankfulness for the blessing that person is. It's also a reflection of Jesus being the gift. I mean, that's absolutely true. The ultimate gift is that we have Christ as the Saviour, right?
Exactly, ultimate gift.
And so we, in response to the gift of Jesus, we give gifts to one another. And so the whole idea, Jesus being King, Jesus is Lord, he is the great gift to us. We engage in the whole idea of giving gifts at Christmas time, just like the wise men.
Exactly. All right, so we want to ask you the question of how do we remember that the gifts of Christmas are given in response to Jesus being with us? So we want to hear your thoughts on that, and we'll catch you for our last daily devotion tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.